This is the basic recipe for savoury pastry. It's a really useful recipe in low protein diets, very, very versatile and really easy to do. A lot of people are frightened of low protein pastry, but there's no need. Into your bowl you need I've got 250 grams of the Fate low protein all purpose mix. I've already measured that. Then I'm going to weigh some block margarine. It's important to use block margarine, don't use tub margarine. This is by far the better one. And I want 125 grams of that, and that goes into the mixing bowl. And then all you do is put your hands in, cover the margarine with all-purpose mix and just squeeze it. Some people chop it up, you can do, but I think, well, it's quicker like this really. I'm just using my thumb and the tips of my fingers just to rub it in. It helps if the margarine that you use is at room temperature. It helps if it isn't straight out of the fridge, because then you make this pastry much quicker. And what you do, carry on. It'll take a couple of minutes perhaps, but what you're looking for is a texture like fine breadcrumbs. Now, I think that's more or less at the stage I'm looking for. That's fine breadcrumbs, nice and even and quite fine. Now, if that was ordinary pastry, that would be absolutely great, just to add your liquid and then mix it to a dough. But because it's low protein pastry, you really need to mix it a little bit more. It won't take long, but what you're looking for isn't fine breadcrumbs. You go past that stage and get it to the coarse breadcrumb stage. It won't take long, you'll actually feel it getting almost like a little bit wetter. You feel it between your hands. Now this is looking good now. It's a lot coarser than it was before. And if I just grab some and squeeze it, it should all stay together. That is fine. That is what I call the coarse breadcrumb stage. Now that is ready for any flavourings you want to put in and the water. Now, because this is a savoury pastry, I just want to add a little bit of salt, and about half a teaspoonful is enough. But you can also add herbs or spices to this mixture. So just to make it a little bit different, there's turmeric and paprika. A mixture like curry powder spices is great, or you can just add a few herbs. A bit of parsley or dried oregano is really lovely. And then all you need to do now is to add the water, and you need about 60 ml of water, cold water. And take your spoon, throw in the water. And I always find it best to use a metal spoon, a large metal spoon, and just give it a really good stir. Just give it a good mix. Now it is quite soft, but that's exactly how low protein pastry should be. Now I'm just going to leave it on the side for a couple of minutes. Now to roll it out, you just need a little bit of all-purpose mix on the work surface, just a light dusting. And use a scraper just to put the pastry onto your surface. You just need to knead it just a few times just to make it nice and smooth and pliable. Don't add too much all-purpose to your work surface. You just need enough to stop it sticking. If you feel it sticking, all you need to do is just to put a little bit more on, but not too much. And to knead it, really, I'm just pushing it forward, folding it, pushing it again, turning it round. And I can actually start to feel it now. Start to feel that it's just becoming nice and smooth. And I think that's absolutely fine. Ready for rolling. So take your rolling pin and you just make sure that you've got a little bit of extra fate all-purpose mix on the work surface underneath your pastry. Put your pastry on that and then dust the top surface as well with a little bit of fate all-purpose mix. Take your rolling pin and very, very gently, just short movements, just roll it out. And you can just turn it round like that. If you feel the rolling pin sticking, just add a little bit of all-purpose mix to the pastry, not to the pin. And then you just roll it out to the thickness that you want. As you can see, it's all nice and smooth. Now you want to roll it out quite nice and even, really, as evenly as you can. If you just take a bit of all-purpose mix on your hands and just rub your hands over where you've rolled it out, you can actually feel where the pastry is thicker and where the pastry is thinner. On this side it's a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to just press down a little bit harder on there, nice and gently. Now I think that's absolutely fine. That's fine. Ready to be cut out or placed into a flan tin. That's Fate Savoury Pastry.